Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV, and I am joined by Mitchell from West Ham Fan TV, who's done the fan cams. He's going to go through this with me on the player ratings of today's defeat at Wolves. Which brace yourself, whoever's watching this video, because these ratings are going to be bad. And yeah, they're going to be. This is X-rated, mate. I'm afraid, and yeah. We're going to get straight into it, me and Mitchell. So let's start off with Fabianski in goal. I'll start off with this one. For me, I'm giving him an 8 because he's kept us in the game for as much as he could. I thought he was our man of the match today, Mitch. I'll be pretty short and sweet with this. I thought he saved us multiple times. He kept us in it. The only thing I will criticise him today is that he's chucking the ball out faster. It's too slow. But other than that, for me, he gets an 8 for me. What's your rating on Fab?
Yeah, you know what, 7 or 8. If I was to be up really specific and stupid, I'd give it like 7.5. But I think, yeah, 8's fair. I think. I think I would go 7 purely for the fact we lost, and obviously he still conceded. And, he was the best out of a bad bunch.
Yeah.
But
could he do anything with the goal though? Really though, Mitch?
Not really. And that's a good point. But he still conceded. Yeah, 7. I think maybe an 8. Yeah, 7 or 8.
So give me a rating, Mitch. What one? 7 or an 8, mate?
8.
8 it is.
I'm feeling
right.
Nice.
Moving on to Cresswell, left back. You can go ahead, Mitch. Take it away.
I'm going to give Cresswell a 4.
Why is that, mate?
Quite a bit. Semedo down outside found loads of space. Defensively, I don't think he'd done anything in particular. I think he'd done one block from what I remember.
Yeah.
Done nothing going forward. Crosses were awful. Stupid over the top balls which went to no one. Again, just another average, below par performance from Cresswell.
Do you know what? You're not far off, mate. I'm going to go a 5. I don't think he was one of the worst players in there, but he was bad. Kept passing the ball down the left-hand side into no one. Literally passing the ball into space. And, there was just no cutting edge from him today. Like crosses into the box or in the first man. Something you said earlier on West Ham Reunited, which make you 100% right. When he's crossing the ball, he's no good. But from a set piece, he's not too bad. So, which is bang on the money. Defensively, he kept getting caught out because of Semedo, which you bang on there. So I'll give him a 5. I think he was just, but that's being generous. I think it could easily be a 4 from me, but I'll try and be a bit reasonable and try and give him a 5. But he wasn't good today. Moving on to this man, left side is centre half. Gutted is the word I'm going to use for this man because I've been praising this geezer up. I'll give him a 10 out of 10 rating in the international break, saying that he's done really well for us since he's arrived. And today he was just all over the place. But I don't know whether that was so much him or his partner, but one or the two. But he wasn't good today. I don't know what to rate Zuma today, if I'm honest, because he was better than obviously Dawson. But I'm going to give him. I'll give him a 6, which is again being generous. 6 for me for Zuma. Would you make him, Mitch?
So I think I agree with almost everything you say, James. I think we're quite similar on the things we think. However, I think Zuma was a little bit better than you thought today. I think that's just an opinion, though. I think he'd done all right. He didn't do anything wrong. Obviously, it looks a bit clumsy. We didn't actually do anything wrong, really. He looked a little bit out of touch. He looked a little bit out of sorts. But I wouldn't say he'd done anything necessarily too bad. I think a 6, but I think a 6 is about right. I think that's fair. I'll give him a 6 as well.
I understand what you're saying, but do you know what it was? It's because he's moved to the left side.
Yeah,
left side centre half. It was like where he's naturally right-sided. He just looks all over the place. But just disappointing, really. But it's just one of them ones, really, with him. I just couldn't really work out why. But then we're going to get onto the man that I think is the reason why, and it's this man, Craig Dawson.
Craig the Crackhead Dawson.
We signed this geezer from Watford last season for peanuts. He had a good year with us. Now we're relying him to come in and play as our first choice centre half. He's just not good enough, in my opinion. He was absolutely shocking. I don't want to swear, but he was. I was close to swearing there. He was absolutely shocking, all over the place, fouling people, hoofing the ball up the top to no one. It was just clueless. Like he was like Bolton in 2003 when Sam Allardyce was in charge. Do you know what I mean? Hoofball.
Yeah.
Shocking. Absolute shocking, mate. I'm rating him a 2, and that's being generous. And that 2 is for him putting his shirt on and his boots on and turning up, because the rest of him was non-existent. Issa Diop has to play the next game. There's no excuses. Issa's younger, better defender than Craig Dawson. Craig Dawson's a backup player. He gets a 2 for me. Mitchell, what is your rating?
Everything you said, I think was spot on. I thought first half he was really bad, like shocking. Wayward passes. And I keep saying this, he can't defend one-on-ones. He really shits himself. One-on-ones, if a player's run at him, he puts his foot in, he either fouls the player or they get past him. He's a very just a calamitous centre half, and he's a bit of a crackhead Craig, as I call him. Second half he was a little bit better. I thought a little bit more solid. Obviously done nothing really, but just kept himself in position and stuck to what he's all right at. So for that, I'll give him a 3.
Yeah, which is fair enough, mate. Which is fair enough. Moving on to this man, who for me I thought was all right. I've seen different comments. People saying he was out of position, but when you've got Craig Dawson next to you, you're going to be out of position. You're covering him so much of the time. I like Ben. I think Ben was trying today. He was trying to put crosses in. He was trying to move the ball forward. Too much sideways and back passing today, Mitch, for me. Like sideways, back to the goalkeeper. And that old cliche of the passes going from like centre half to centre half. It should be centre half to the like left back or the right back. It was just too slow. And for me, I thought Ben done all right. I'm going to rate him the same as 7's too high. I'm going to give him a 6. I think 6 is about right. I thought he'd done okay, but he was out of position quite a lot. But is that because Craig Dawson was there? Craig Dawson was massively out of position a lot of the time. So, yeah, I'll give him a 6 out of 10 for Ben. What's your rating on Ben Johnson, mate?
I think he done better than Zuma, but 7 is too high again. I think 6. I think 6 is fair. Started the game a little bit shaky, but a few wayward passes. But again, he does offer that bit of composure on the ball compared to someone like Soufal. The thing is, I don't think it was too bad that he was out of position. I noticed. I think once he was out of position when I was watching it, but he was out of position because we were doing fuck all up top. So every time I was going forward, we won't create anything. So I can understand why he's trying to get forward as much as possible, because the forwards won't do anything. For the fullbacks to get up, that's what we needed. We conceded 1 goal when it was, it wasn't it was down his side. It was from the right side, as it always is. So his side never caused any problems, like defensively, really. I know it might have been out of position, but there was never real danger from that side. Hwang Hee-chan didn't cause any problems. So I thought he'd done I thought, 6 or 7. I think I'm thinking about it. Oh, I don't know. Did he do enough? I'd say 6. Yeah, 6. I'd give him 6.
6 out of 10 for Ben Johnson. I'll quickly come to this comment, even though it's nothing to do with West Ham. Breaking news: Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sacked.
Yeah,
which is no surprise.
I thought they were waiting till the morning. or to the Monday.
But yeah, that's
Brilliant.
obviously gonna affect West Ham because that was our golden chance to get in. But we will see what happens with them. But moving on to this man, Thomas Souček, the man that I do not understand what he has fallen off an edge of a cliff. This man.
Really sad.
Mitch, what happened today, mate? He can't pass a ball, this geezer, can he?
It's been like it since the first game of the season. I did actually speak. I say to a lot of closest mates last season. I spoke. I would never have went on West Ham Fan TV to have said what I'm about to say now. But last season, I was saying Souček's had some goals and assists. He's not great. Like if I'm being honest, like if I was saying last season, now you've got Europa League, I'd like us to get a better midfielder, like a really good attacking box to box midfielder to complement Rice, because I don't think Souček in the long run has got it. I said without goals and assists, he's a bang average defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
And then this season, I didn't say it on West Ham Fan TV because if this season come around, it could have really bit me on the arse. But I did say to my closest mates, I don't think he's good enough. This season has proved it right. I don't think he's good enough technically on the ball. Defensively, he's all right, but he's not like the levels of top quality players like Rice and
It's
DD.
night and day. It's night and day with him and Rice, isn't it?
It is like you see the quality.
Yeah.
It is like you see world class talent with Rice, and you see a player that tries hard, but hasn't got that quality to kind of to keep. And it's not like you can go, it will improve because he hasn't got that natural raw talent. Souček to improve on, if you know what I mean. He hasn't got that. Some players, like Benrahma, for example, I've always believed he's had the raw talent, and even if his end product's not great, it could come. But with players like Souček, I just don't see it, and I just think today was another average, below par performance from him. And for me, he gets a 5.
5. I'm going to give him a 4, mate. I agree with everything you just said, though, 100%, because you're bang on the money. This geezer can't pass a ball to save his life, and when he does, he passes it to the wrong players. He's fallen off an edge of a cliff, and he needs a rest. And this is a message to David Moyes and his backroom staff. Please, can we see Alex Cresswell? I don't know where his boots are on his shirt is, but I want to see that man in a West Ham shirt. I've seen him more in a Czech Republic shirt than I've done in a West Ham shirt. And I want to see him in a West Ham shirt because I believe he could be a really, really good gem at West Ham. But Thomas Souček today gets a 4 for me. He left Rice massively exposed, and he made Rice's life hard work today. He really did. He really, really did. Moving on to Declan. I felt sorry for Declan today. He didn't look fit. He looked all over the place. He got booked. But I will say this before I give my rating and hand it over to Mitch. On the 75th minute, we bring on some subs and we look a completely different team. And then Declan Rice goes from being really, really poor to in the last 15 minutes actually turning it on a bit and actually getting the ball wide, running at people. But it was like too little too late for me. I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was Souček or the system or what, but Declan just wasn't on it, or maybe because of the illness he had recently. For that, I will give him a 5. I'm being harsh there, but he was just not with it. Really, really not with it. He was better than Souček, though, 100%. And I think 5 is about right. He's a key focal point, and if Declan Rice doesn't play well, for some reason we don't play well, so it's a 5 for me. Take it away, Mitch.
Yeah, 5. On the money. It looked like he wasn't convinced. There might have been he might not have been convinced with the players in front of him, which I certainly wasn't. I thought every single man in front of him, was poor. So I don't understand why he just went performing. As I say, maybe he wasn't interested, and maybe that when the subs came on, he might have thought, okay, now that them players are off, he might have a chance. Let's go for it. It was immediate. It wasn't even like a slowly gradual thing. Immediately, as soon as the subs came on, he just switched, and he started running a bit more forward. I noticed as soon as subs came on, someone played a pass to Cresswell, and Rice offered himself down the wing straight away.
Yeah,
and I thought, okay, here he goes. Obviously, it came with nothing. But yeah, it was interesting. That a bit strange. So yeah, 5 for me for Rice.
5 for
One of his
you
best games.
for Declan Rice. Moving on to Pablo Fornals gets subbed for Manuel Lanzini. I don't know where to start with this one. I think he was still in the hospital with his missus. I really do. I said it on my afterthought. He just wasn't there today, Pablo. Like people say, he was looking for the ball, but yeah, he was getting the ball, but his passing was horrendous. He looked slow, and the Pablo Fornals that I saw at Liverpool to the Pablo Fornals that I saw today was like night and day, massively night and day. I've not. I don't like to be too critical of Pablo because he's everyone's favourite child, but yeah, just wasn't with it today. Yeah, again, another one out of sorts, out of touch, just not on it. I'm going to give him for the time he was on the pitch. I'll give him a 5. It's poor. It's poor today from Pablo. What's your ratings, Mitchell?
I don't think he done a single thing that was good. Like not even the tracking back was good. He sat way too deep for my liking to even do anything. And when he did get the ball, as you said, his passing was abysmal. Really, really poor today. Did beat a man once. Had zero effect on the game. For me, is his what's the word? His role is to create things. That's what it is. He's our main kind of pass of the ball.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got much. He's not a quick player. He's not a player that takes on men and beats them like Benrahma or Bowen. So his abilities, to pass the ball well and keep it simple and keep the game moving forward. He didn't do that all today. So for me, he gets a 4.
Gets a 4 for you, mate. That's fair enough. I totally agree. Moving on to side Benrahma, my boy. I keep backing this geezer up, but he keeps letting me down. I've messaged this geezer on Twitter and said to him, "Come on, Benrahma, I need you to start scoring some goals." And for some crazy reason, he's just. I don't know what's going on. I really do not understand this one, Mitchell. All right, I've backed this geezer up from minute one since he's walked in this door. But recently, he's not running at people. He's just keep doing the simple passes. And I'll be honest, he looks bang average, Benrahma. And I rate Benrahma, I do. I know there's a talent there. He don't run at anyone no more. He don't drive into the box like he did last year. And for me, I just don't know where. I thought he was poor today, really, really poor. His weight of passing was terrible today, and all. And that like every time he got the ball, he passed it was over it or under it, or do you know what I mean? It just wasn't on it. He done one good thing in the whole game that he was on the pitch, and that was when he got the ball and he ran into the box. He beat a player, got to the into the box. He put a cross in, but there was no one there. Other than that, there was nothing. I'm going to give him. I don't like to do this, but I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to give him a 3 because I know there's a better player than in there.
3.
And yeah, really, and it's harsh for me to
2
say
less
that.
than Fornals, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Fornals was running about, but Benrahma, he just don't run at people, Mitch, anymore. I don't see him. When you look at him in Genk, when you look at him in Genk, he took the game by the scruff of the neck and started running at people, and that's how we got the goals. He don't run at no one anymore. In the Prem, I've not seen him run at anyone for a long, long time. Right? I don't know what it is. I don't know whether he's scared to lose his place or that Moyes is saying to him, "You can't do that." Right? And someone put a great comment in my comment section earlier. He said, "People are trying to make Benrahma into a player he isn't," and that is bang on the money. I think we're trying to get this player to be something he's not. So for me, I'm going to have to give him a 3. I don't want to give him a 3, but I have to because I know there's a better player there than that, and he just wasn't there today. Like the weight of passing was there. His awareness was not there. He just wasn't there today for me. So I'm going to have to give him a 3. I'm afraid. Take it away, Mitchell.
For me, it seems a bit shackled. I don't know what it is. It feels like this season. He started the season really well. He looked more confident. Remember, specifically Newcastle first game of the season.
Yeah.
Taking men on. Looked excellent. It was him versus St Maximin that day. Their gem was St Maximin. Ours was Benrahma. They were both playing very well. he looks like he's lacking confidence. He looks really nervous. He looks scared to beat a man. I don't know if he's worried about fans jumping on his back or Moyes jumping his back. I feel like he just needs a bit of. I don't know. I think he just needs just to. I think he needs his shackles to come off. I think he needs to go back to the wing. I think he needs to go back to left wing.
Yeah, I bang on agree with you there, mate.
And then Fornals become central because I think Fornals is a better passer of the ball than Benrahma, and he can, spray it to the left or right or through the middle. And Benrahma's range of passing isn't as good as Fornals is, and Fornals hasn't got the pace for the wing. Benrahma ain't the quickest, but he's definitely quicker and stronger than Fornals. So I think and more skillful. So I think the wing would suit him better. He needs to work on his crossing, Benrahma, for me. His crossing is a real problem. I've always said that. I'd like him to shoot more. I think he's got really good shooting ability in and around the edge of the area. I think when he does shoot it, I don't think he's ever had a shot which has gone really wayward. It's always been close. So I would like him to have a few more shots in and around the area. The amount of goals he scored for Brentford, and they were all from the left side cutting in. So I think if we can reignite that again, I would love to see Benrahma play on the left again. So for me, it's a 4 today.
It's hard for me to give a 3 because I've seen the comments there. And Scott, I've known Scott a long time through the YouTube game and a few others, and they're saying, "Wow, Fever, are you giving him a 3?" And I'm like, I've got to, because I know full well when Benrahma turns up, yeah, he's on it and he can destroy any defender. He just don't run at anyone, and it's just a frustrating situation with Benrahma at the minute. It really, really is. Moving on to Jared Bowen, who had all the chances today, but no end product, Mitchell. It's the same sentence that we keep using every week, week in, week out. Bowen, an end product. Give me your rating on Bowen, Mitchell.
Give him a 5. I think a 5 is about right for him. It didn't do too much. It looked quite sharp though, to be fair. He didn't really look sloppy. He looked quite fit. Again, didn't really have too much effects on the game, as none of the forwards did. But yeah, I thought it looked alright. Looked fairly sharp. Obviously had that fairly decent chance. I don't know where his finishing's gone. He was known for his finishing at Hull, and I've said this a couple of times on my fan cams that the Bowen at Hull City was known for his finishing. He went on Soccer M for a finishing drill, to show people how to do finishing, left foot and right foot, because he was so good. Every chance, he won the highest shot conversion rates in the league, in the Championship, and for some reason that's just gone. He's just got a lot of them from the edge of the area and curl them to the bottom left hand corner, top left hand corner. He just can't. He doesn't seem to be able to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I don't know why he's lost that ability. I think a big problem we have is none of our players have got great shooting ability. No one. I think Rice is probably the best.
Yeah,
Jack Wilshere
he's
said
a defensive midfielder, isn't it?
I know. Jack Wilshere said, was it, I think a month ago, that Declan Rice in the finishing drill was the best in the whole team. Tono, as we know, just smashes them to Rose Ed unless it's a tap in the 6-yard box, and then 4 hours. Well, I don't think I've ever seen him score a goal from outside the area. Benrahma's quite good. He's got a good technique on him, but doesn't really catch the ball. Bones is well off. Yeah, I think sometimes I think some finishing drills are in order for our players in training.
So you're rating him a 5, Mitchell, yeah?
Yeah, 5.
5, mate. I'm going to agree with a 5. Gutted. I think Bowen's got better this season, but his end product hasn't. It's the same old Jared Bowen as it was last year. I like him. I like Bowen. He works hard. He's got pace. He can beat people. He's got a good delivery on him, set pieces and corners and things like that. But today, yet again, there's just no end product again, and that is the frustrating thing with it. And you just summed it up brilliantly in your analogy there and your summary. you turned around and said that none of our players have got no shooting ability. And it's true. Like, Fornals is not known for goals. Benrahma's only scored 3 goals this season. Mickey scored 6 goals, I think it is. And Bowen scored 4 or 3 or whatever it is. Right? So we're not lethal in front of goal. So when we do get a chance in front of goal, we've got to take that chance. And Jerry gets all the chances, but no end product. And it's the same cliche again. So it's got to be a 5 for me. It really has for Jared Bowen. Moving on to this man. Now, this is where it is going to get interesting. Mikel Antonio. I'm going to start off with this one. We paid £100,000 for this man to come back from Jamaica on a private luxury jet to get back to England for an important game at Molineux on Saturday. He turns up at Molineux and does absolutely nothing of any note. I think he's still in Jamaica myself. I think his mind's still in Jamaica. His footballing ability's still in Jamaica. And the body of Mikel Antonio was playing today because he done absolutely nothing. Nothing. Didn't hold the ball up well, kept drifting from left to right to left. And the old Mikel Antonio doing what he always does is getting the ball on the left-hand side or the right-hand side and crossing balls into Jared Bowen with 3 defenders around him. I'm rating him a 1. All right, and that is for him turning up. And that is it. I do not want to hear anyone on any platform turning around and saying to me that we don't need a striker at this club, when we need to look at ourselves and go, we can find better players than Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio's been great for West Ham. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slating the geezer. He's the highest West Ham goal scorer. But there comes a time when you need to start looking beyond Mikel Antonio, and the sentimental side of things has got to stop. All right, he's good, but we need someone to challenge him and eventually become first choice above him. So he gets a 1 for me for Mikel Antonio today. Absolutely dreadful. Take it away, Mitchell.
I think you said bang on. I'll probably give him a 1 as well. His worst performance of the season so far. He's been getting worse and worse. Started it on a really high, probably our best player. And all of a sudden, game by game, he's been getting worse and worse and worse and worse. The last 5 games, I'd say, roughly, I can't say exactly, the last 5 or 6 games, he's been bad. Like, done nothing, not looked great in the ball. I know we've got results, but if I'm being brutally honest, I think we've been quite lucky and we've really grinded out those results. We've fought hard. Moyes has set us up really well. And I think this season, I think the setup has carried us further than what the players can do. Moyes is getting the best out of the players we've got. And I think he's really pushing the players. And I think recently the attacking players have struggled. I think defensively we've done well recently, but in attack we've been declining more and more. So for me, Antonio also gets a 1 today. His passing, his dribbling, he just looked really clumsy. He didn't even look like a footballer. And somebody I know at work says he was a 6-foot bouncer today. He was really useless.
About right, mate. Absolute bang on the money there. Really is. I'm just gutted because everyone loves Mikel Antonio. I love Mikel Antonio. What he's done, the goals he scored, he's been a great servant for West Ham. But this delusional thing that the fans keep having about that we don't need a striker all of a sudden. Like, I'm sorry, but they've got to get in the real world. We need a striker at this club to challenge it. It's like anything. When you are in a job, someone comes in to push you further on. Do you know what I mean? And we need someone to push this man further on. We're moving to the subs. Starting with this man, Lanzini, who I thought was all right when he come on. I must admit. He come on, he got the ball from the midfield position. He started spraying passes about. And I must admit, when the subs come on, we looked a completely different team. We looked a better team, so to speak. He come on for Fornals. I'm going to give him, for the time he was on the pitch and for the effect of the game what happened in the game the moment he entered the pitch, I'm going to give him a 6. I think 6 is about right. I think he done all right. What's your rating for Lanzini, mate?
6. Well, let's bang on. Looked composed when he came on. The thing is, I still think there's a player in there. I think,
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily attacking wise. I think he does well in that deeper role of just keeping things simple, pick up the ball, turning around, and passing it forward. And it sounds stupid, and people won't ever say, "Okay, besides that, what else does he offer?" Look at players like Souček. He can't even do simple things like that. Simple things like Lanzini does, like pick up the ball, turn in, and pass it forward. It sounds stupid, but Souček couldn't do that. Souček would get the ball, look left and right, but he hasn't got the speed to turn quickly, and he knows himself he hasn't got that footballing ability, so he would pass it back or to the side. Lanzini for me just speeds up the game more. I think he's got a good energy about him. I think he's got a really good positive body aura, which allows us to zip passes quicker into attack. And as soon as he came on, we looks a bit more lively. For me, I've been thinking about it since we finished our post-match discussion on Wolves and West Ham United channel. And I think next game, this may sound really harsh to drop Fornals, but I'd like us to. I don't know. You could play Lanzini or Fornals in this, but I would like to see a 4-5-1 where we have like a complete straight line of 5 midfielders, and that would be Benrahma, Fornals or Lanzini, Rice, Cresswell, and Bowen, and then Antonio on top. So we move more as a unit in attack because I think we need more bodies going forward. And I think if we had that extra man committing into attacks, either Rice or Crowell or all of them moving a little bit further forward, so I think defensively we've been sound. Then yeah, I think we can get in more bodies in the box, on the edge of the box, having more shots. With like players like Crowell and Fornals, Rice. I think we look good. Who was the best in the pitch today? Who was?
He said Lanzini. Like for him, he was watching it. He said when Lanzini come on, he was the best on the pitch. I just want to get to this comment, Mitch. So you're saying you agree with me then, a 6, mate? Yeah.
Yeah. 6,
before we move on, mate. Right. What it is. I want to get to this comment here from Shiny G, who I respect greatly. Both of you have been spot on with your evaluations. Basically, this game has shown how many issues need addressing. Half the team are bottom half players that need replacing. 100% agree. 100% agree. There's a lot of players in that team that I'm not saying that Antonio isn't. He says the only positive is we didn't lose to a team we'd be fighting for the position. Yeah, I agree. I look at it like this. Yeah, I'm not knocking. I don't want to knock Antonio and like with him a new one, but when you're the main man, you've got to be the main vocal point, and he just isn't. Do you know what I mean? So
he doesn't pressure the defence either, and I know he can't do that because his fitness levels. I get that, but then when you've got the ball, if you're saving your fitness and your stamina and your energy for the times when you do get the ball, you've got to be performing at the top. And when he's not doing that, and you're not pressuring, then you've got to be criticised.
Yeah, 100% agree, mate. Moving on to Miss Man, Yarmolenko. Give me your rating, Mitch. I'll be interested to know what you thought of Yarmolenko when he come on.
I'd give him a 5. You know what? I've always liked Yarmolenko. He just he's not great. I know that. But I've just always liked him because of his. I think because he's got quite a lot of determination and he's got quite a bit of. I think he wants to get into the box and have a shot, and he just actually wants to go for it. Whereas sometimes I think today, especially, players at Fornals and Benrahma were fiddly fucking about a bit with his stupid little passes and never wanted to try and take a man on. Sometimes, obviously, he'd done nothing. He didn't really do anything, Yarmolenko, but purely for the fact that he tried to get us forward more, I'd give Yarmo. He didn't really do anything. I'd give him a 5.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, Mitch. I think a 5's about right. I think he done more than Antonio done in the whole game. That's not a joke. He come on.
And Benrahma and Fornals.
He tried to look lively. He was like, and let's be honest, we all know he's crap. But at least he had a go today, so to speak. At least he was trying to do something. Do you know what I mean? And I'll give him a 5, mate. I think that's about right. And the final one, which is going to be interesting, polarising, is this man. £33.5 million worth of Croatian Nikola Vlasic. Mitchell, I'll start off with you, mate. How do you assess his substitute appearance for a £33.5 million player?
He shows energy, and that is about it for him. He hasn't. I don't think he can. He hasn't got that ability to beat a man. I don't know. I can't place my finger on what it is about him. He just doesn't. He's very lightweight. He looks fairly stocky, and for some reason, he does get bullied all over the shop. I don't think I've seen him shoot. I don't think I've seen him pass the ball well. I've never seen him beat a man. I've never seen him track back really well and defend really well. I've not seen him do anything great. He just looks lively. He's got this energy band which looks lively. But that, besides from that, he's offered nothing for West Ham so far. And I keep seeing that word lively on Twitter. People saying, "Oh, he looks lively. Maybe we'll come with time." I don't know. For me today, he done nothing when he came on. Besides from look lively. For me, 4. I'd say 4 for me.
Do you know what? I was listening to what you were saying, and I was thinking of 5, and then my mind changed right at the last minute before you said it. A 4. I think he come on, but he was there, but that was it. He was just there. Like he got the ball, he passed the ball, but for £33.5 million plus £5 million add-ons, we've got to be asking for more than just that. Just being there. I don't understand it myself. I'm not going to knock him totally because at the end of the day, it weren't his fault. He's come on to try and save us, and he's just not good enough to do that. I'm afraid. But yeah, he gets a 4 from me. I ain't going to make no big deal of it. It is what it is. But
he's not a wide player. I don't think he's been playing the wide a couple of times. He's got to be played central or as a false 9 if he's going to have any luck with us. Because as a wide player, he hasn't got that skill, that natural kind of ability to beat a man and cross it in. I don't think.
Danny Jackson from America says, "No way, Vlasic is above a 3. A 3 would be generous."
I think because he didn't really do anything too wrong. I think that's why
he was there, but he was there. That's what I want to say, Mitch. He's there, but he's just there, isn't he? He's just like he done nothing other than that. Do you know what I mean? And you can't expect him to do something when we all don't rate him. Like some of us think he's just not good enough for the league anyway. So it is what it is, mate. Lawrence from America says, "James, you and Mitch have a great insight. Keep on, mate." Yeah, no worries, mate. I just want to get on to the last 2. The ref, Mike Dean Mitchell. Give me a rating out of 10 for Mike Dean. I thought he was all right today. I must admit.
I thought if anything, he gave things more lenient towards us. I think if anything, he was one time. Vlasic, funny enough, done a challenge on Neves, which wasn't given as a foul, and I thought get up Neves, but when I watched it back, it was a clear foul. I didn't really give anything against us today that I thought that was a foul. So for us, a rating out of 10, yeah. For us, out of 10, I'd give him he'd done all right. I'd give him 8.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I thought Mike Dean literally didn't really do a lot wrong. He let the game flow. When there was a foul, he let the game flow. Didn't keep stopping and starting. All the fouls were right. Didn't really do a lot wrong for me, so I'll give him an 8. And finally, this man, Mr. David Moyes, the Messiah, the boss. For me, before I get back to that comment, which is Moyes, I don't know where to start with this one, Mitchell, if I'm honest with him. He must have known that certain players weren't fit for me. And I look at this and I think, someone tell me that Mikel Antonio has come back and he's fully fit, raring to go, because he just didn't look like everyone can say that he had a bad game, but I just don't think he was on it full stop, fitness-wise, ability, everything. Moyes must have known that. Declan's obviously been ill, right? And we just looked all over the place in that in both halves, especially in the first half, we looked all over the place. Second half, we sort of got to grips with it, but it was just too late. What's your rating before I give my rating on Moyes, mate?
For the fact that he started Dawson over Diop as well. For the fact that he started Antonio, whether he knew he was fit enough or not, remains to be seen. Obviously, I would have started Crowell or Lanzini over Souček because I think everyone knows my thoughts about Souček. I think the subs should have been made at half time as well. One of the subs I think should have been made at half time. From a 5 today, I think.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to be a bit lower than that, mate. In my opinion, I'm going to give him a 4. Yeah, just a bit lower than you, but not far away. I understand the Dawson one to a point because Zuma and Diop haven't been training together. Obviously, international break, and obviously Zuma's been away, and Dawson has played with Zuma more. So I can understand that one to a point. The one that I can't understand is why Antonio's come back from Jamaica. He must have looked at him and thought, right, why don't we just leave him on the bench, go up there with Bowen? Bowen's had 2 weeks off, raring to go, and you've got a £33.5 million player in Flassage on the bench. Why are you not using him? Like, why are you not using Alex Crowell and people like that?
Alex Crowell's the main one for me. He's got to be starting in cup games, Europa League games, everything soon. It's got to happen because it's taken a piss that he's only played 1 game, and we're in all the cups.
Played 1 game and he come on off the bench against Genk for about 4 minutes, which is embarrassing.
It's been 3 months since he's been here. It's a fucking, it's a joke. It's a joke.
And the way I look at this with Moyes today is that obviously they must be assessing these players, right? These players are coming back, being assessed, fit and ready to go. Declan didn't look fit today to me, but the problem is you can't knock Declan because he's world class. But other players ain't. He didn't change it quick enough for me. Right, we was getting massively overrun in midfield in the first half. Literally just stood there and did nothing. Right, didn't say to Fornals slot in and go to a 4-3-3 and try and shut them down. Team talk comes at half time. I'm thinking to myself, they're going to get in at half time. He's going to give them a right bollocking, get out second half, and we're going to look at a completely different team. We come out second half and we concede, and it was just poor today. The subs are too predictable. Crowell, Yarmolenko, and Lanzini because we've got no one else. But that's down to Moyes.
Got no game changes.
Yeah, got no game changes at all. Souček should have been subbed.
Yeah, he should have done. He should have done 100%.
Souček should have went off because he was just no good. So yeah, I'm giving him a 4 today. I'm gutted. I'm really am gutted because the Liverpool game to the Wolves game, is no word of a joke. Is night and day. One was absolutely first class, and this one was absolutely piss poor. And yeah, I don't know what happened today. I don't know whether it was the international break or what, but yeah, it was absolutely shocking. Absolutely
no
shocking.
Motivation.
And,
wrongly set up, outplayed, and out. What's the word for it? The setup, outfault. The setup from Wolves was bang on against ours. It was a perfect counter to our setup.
Yeah, I totally agree. So that's been the player ratings for Wolves 1, West Ham 0, and that has been Mitchell from West Ham Fan TV. I'll be back again soon to do some more content on E20 Zone TV. But yeah, it's been a poor day. I'm absolutely gutted because the games went for us today, and if we'd have got something out of this game, it would have been a good, positive result going into the Man City game. If we play like that against Manchester City next week, we're going to get obliterated. No, there's no two ways about it. We can't play like that again. Mitchell, what's your final thought, mate, before we head?
First of all, thanks for having me on. Really enjoyed doing the player ratings, mate. Something's got to change. I would change definitely either the formation or one or two of the players for the City game that started today. Yeah, so I'm just reading the comments. He's to blame for the loss today. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is to blame for the loss today. You're right. And he's got to be proactive. For the City game, big side. He's got to sit down and analyse how they will play, and they will play around us like Wolves done today if we play the same way. So something will have to change. And for me, I would pack out the midfield, as I said earlier. I'd play a 4-5-1 and move 5 players in that midfield forward every time we try to attack. Because I think we've got to go for it. We've got to really go for it. If we want to be ambitious, build a bit of confidence again, let's go for it.
100%, Mitchell. 100%, mate. And I agree with you totally there, mate. My final thought is it's a disappointing day at the office for West Ham United today. It really is, and this is going to sting for a little while because I expected us to go up there and put in a much better performance, and we got absolutely dominated and ruined from start to finish. Really, if we would have got a point out of there, we'd have been blessed. We would have been praying tonight, saying thank God for that. But we didn't deserve nothing. We got what we deserved, and that was nothing today. It really was. Obviously, we go to Vienna on Thursday, no fans in the house, and then Sunday we got the small matter of the champions, Manchester City, at the Etihad, which will be fun. So I'll be back again soon. Thanks for watching. If you're new around here and you like my content and you like what I do, please give me a subscribe. It goes a long way. It helps me out greatly. Please smash a like on the video. And that's been our player ratings for Wolves 1, West Ham 0. Take care, everyone. Try and have a good weekend. All the best, and bye for now.